always get a kick out of those who are largely anti-choice because they're very much in favor of small government. But at the same time, as they are very interested in taking the government's hands out of a man's pocket, they seem driven to put the government's hands in a woman's pants.
More than 50 women's groups are converging on the State House today in Columbus.
They say the state legislature has set women back 50 years.
The restrictions they put on doctors that will make it impossible for women to have the reproductive care they need, those restrictions are definitely something that we won't accept.
Whatever it is that you think you're doing, Ohio legislature and Governor Kasich, you're doing it wrong.
And to demand that Ohio politicians get out of my exam room.
This is what we want our governor and our legislature to be concerned about.
We won't go back.
I think women's reproductive rights are under fire as I have never seen them in my lifetime in the state of Ohio.
They want control. That's pushing us back beyond the 60s.
We have a huge problem, a crisis with infant mortality in Ohio.
We're continuing this 25-year pattern of cutting income taxes that disproportionately benefit millionaires.
Half of our abortion clinics have closed since Kasich took office, and we're at risk of losing even more because he put bureaucrats instead of medical professionals in charge of the Department of Health.
Women are not a protected class in their eyes. They do want to control the body of women. They want to control the reproductive process. And I don't quite understand that, but it's sick.
We need to keep talking about the fact that we need to quit only worrying about the babies before they're born and worry about them after they're born. Two of the big crises in our state are infant mortality and education.
Our African American infant mortality rate is the worst in the nation, and for all infants, our infant mortality is third worst in the country.
Babies are dying. People don't see that as important. Sometime in the bigotry of some other people, they don't see my humanity. They don't see that my babies count, that my wife and my families count.
If you would take a scientific survey or you would randomly stop people on the street and you would ask them, do you want to continue the practice of cutting taxes for rich people, or do you want to invest that money in helping Ohio get a better infant mortality rate, doing a better job of educating kids in our public schools, or even doing things like fix the infrastructure, I am confident that the tax cuts for the millionaires would poll very poorly.